Hi guys, today's video is an Ulta haul. You know, I do not shop at Ulta that frequently, but they recently ran some promos and some sales, and it was just a bit too enticing. So today I wanted to share with you what I picked up, and we are just going to do a get ready with me. And I hope that sounds good to you. If it does, let's get into that first item, which if you watch me, you have probably guessed is a lip product. Today we are going to be testing out the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Lips Healthy Glow Nectar Oil. This is available in 6 shades, 2 of which are those pH adjusting shades. I got Cherry Glaze, which is not one of the pH adjusting, and I picked that color because I actually wanted to test it out against my Holy Grail lip oil, which is the Clarins Lip Comforting Oil in Cherry. Let's get some details out of the way first. The Unreal Lips Healthy Glow Nectar Oil is said to hydrate lips while leaving a glossy, glass-like finish for juicy lips in one swipe. The lip-hugging applicator perfectly contours your lips. You know, I associate this kind of applicator much more with a lip balm. It doesn't have one of these sort of doe foot applicators here like you see with the Clarins lip oil. That sort of sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole on what is the difference between a lip balm and a lip oil, because I am wondering about this. Is this a lip balm parading as a lip oil? Because, you know, lip oil is kind of like the thing right now. So I went to my best friend, Space NK, and here's the answer that I got to the question about what is the difference. According to Space NK's skincare trainer, Della Braganza, lip oils combine the best of both worlds, the comfort and hydration of a balm with the lightweight, high shine finish and sheer color of a gloss without any of the stickiness. To me, that says that it has something to do with the shine level and the viscosity of it. Lip oils are typically a little thinner and more lightweight feeling on the lips than a lip balm. Let's go ahead and put this on. It does seem pretty thick. Yes, while it looked thicker coming out of the squeezy tube, it does feel a lot more like a lip oil on the lips than a balm. I feel like it tastes funny. Not like it has a flavor that's intentional that then tastes bad. It's like it's just the way it's made tastes kind of bad. I did want to kind of do a swatch comparison of these 3 lip oils. First up, there is a swatch of the Charlotte Tilbury product. And I mean, I can't believe I am wasting my precious lip oil on these swatches, but it's for you guys. So, second up with the Gigantor applicator. Oh! Oh no! Guys, it poured out. Did you see it poured out? To give you a preview of what we're going to be talking about later, it got on my POREfessional. Collecting myself. Okay. That's the Clarins, which is even thinner than I realized. Let's take a look at the Violet FR Lip Nectar, which is a lip oil and stain. This is not described as a cherry color, but it's close. There we have it. So again, this is Miss Charlotte Tilbury. This is my Clarins lip oil. And that is the Violet FR. Just kind of want to see how they feel on my finger. My table looks like a murder scene, but y'all, I'm always doing something crazy to my table. Am I not? Like, if I don't spill something and make a horrible mess while I am trying to film, then something is wrong. Let's get on to the next set of products. Right now, as I'm filming this, Ulta is running a promo on their minis where it's a BOGO. So buy one, get one free. And I just thought this would be fun. These are these little Tarte Tartelette Mini Amazonian Clay Palettes. These are $25 a piece. And so basically, bought one, got one free, plus Ulta has been running a promo for in-app purchases. You get 15% off. And then, of course, if you've got any points built up, you can also apply those points. I've actually tried the Tartelette Amazonian Clay palettes before. It's been a while. These are not new. I really enjoyed the formula. So I don't know. I just thought these would be fun to play with today. So let's pull both of these out. I have not swatched them. I got toasted. I wish I got toasted. I may need to get toasted after I look at how much of my clearance lip oil I spilled. Okay, so this is what it looks like out of the package. It is just, you know, sort of like little cardboard packaging, but it does have a mirror, which is nice. And then in terms of the shades themselves, they have 3 mattes and 3 micro shimmers, not shimmers, but micro shimmers. I think I have some lip oil on my glasses. Okay, so one thing I want to mention, if you are not familiar with these palettes, they do have a scent, which is kind of weird for an eyeshadow palette, but scent does not bother me, and they actually smell pretty delicious. So, okay, this is toasted. Toasted. And let's go ahead and open the other one too, because I have not decided which of these I'm going to put on. This one is called, hello, where's thy name? I think it is in Bloom. Yes, this is Tartelette in Bloom. So this is what this one looks like with the outer packaging. And again, has a mirror inside. And then this is the other color story. So let's look at those side by side. And let's see if I can keep from dropping something, breaking something. I don't know. There should be like a system where like all of you get to take a shot every time I drop something or make a mess. Okay, here are those 2 color stories there. I'm gonna go here because it's got this sort of mauvey tone there, and you know, I'm a sucker, right? So let's take off the glasses now. I have already applied eyeshadow primer. I am actually using the Ulta eyeshadow primer today, and I've already done brows. And as always, everything that is on my face or that I mentioned today will be listed down in the description box for thy convenience. Okay, so I haven't swatched these. I really kind of need to swatch them, don't I? There are the 3 matte shades. That's a nice range, guys, for a mini palette, right? I mean, that's one of the things you need. If it's a smaller palette, you need enough range so that you can create different looks. And on that note, if you have been waiting for me to do a palette ranking, it's coming. I am actually filming that tomorrow because I am ready to roast some palettes. I am done making excuses for luxury palettes that should perform better. So if you want to see me tear some palettes up, then be sure to watch for that video. I'm also going to talk about palettes I love, okay? Because it's going to be a ranking video. But yes, I've been thinking a lot about eyeshadow palettes. I am just going to quickly swatch here on my hand those matte shades so you can see what those look like. Let me swatch the shimmers. Let's see what these, excuse me, micro shimmers look like. Ooh, okay. Wow. You guys, I mean, go Tarte, right? Those look really great. I mean, the opacity is there, the shimmer is there. So let's throw on some eyeshadow. I have got a Refer 16 here, and I am just going to get into this lightest matte shade. I am getting a lot of kick up in the pan. And I'm going to tap off. Can you see it? You can see it, right? So that's going on really well, blending really well. I just dipped in for a little bit more and was much more sort of gentle when I dipped in. Okay, so there we have that as a crease shade. So we're now going to throw this darkest matte here in the outer corner. So just picking this up with a Refer Mini 01. This is a great flat brush for packing on color. I'm going to smell and apply at the same time. got our outer corner. They are very, very, very soft. I don't know how much depth you could really build, even though this is a pretty deep shade in the pan. It probably looks a lot deeper, you guys, if you're watching this, than what I'm actually able to see here in the lights. We are going to go in with shimmer next. This is so hard because that gold is really, really beautiful. Hold on, let me sort of look at those again. Oh, okay. Wait, let me swatch the third. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that sort of pinky shimmer here. Yes, I do have some fallout. I'm not sure if that is the matte or the shimmer in the inner corner, inner third. I am going to pick up this shimmer here. I've got a brush from the KJH Spectrum collection, and I'm just tapping into that. That really is not good as sort of an inner corner brightening shade. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to speed through applying the other eye, but I'm going to use a different shimmer in the inner corner, so hang on to your hats. Okay, so I've pretty much done everything but the inner corner, inner third. And so this time I'm going to take the more sort of gold shimmer and try this in the inner corner and see how different it looks from the one that I used over here. And it definitely shows up better. All right, so this is what toasted looks like on the eyes. I will be right back. I'm going to do some cleanup before we get into complexion. I was all ready to move on to complexion and not talk about other eye products. That was a mistake. We are going to be using my Holy Grail Makeup Forever in Endless Cacao just to line the bottom lashes a little bit here. And I actually feel like I need something on the top lashes as well. So I am going to grab this much darker shade of one of the Makeup Forever pencils and just deepen up along the lash line a little bit. Now we can move into mascara. Now, I do not have a new mascara, but because I spent so much on Benefit products, I already showed you guys earlier that I picked up the POREfessional foundation. I also got two other little free gifts with purchase. One was a tube of the Roller Lash mascara. And then I also got this little baby of the Hula bronzer. I was excited about the size of this. I mean, oh my gosh, but I mean, that's
like this little bitty tiny square.
So anyway, we have the Roller Lash, which I have heard other people really rave about. So let's open this up. This is just a deluxe mini, and I am going to curl the lashes and apply this in rapid time. So let's do it. Okay guys, so this is what one coat looks like with the Benefit Roller Lash. I don't really see it as a thickening mascara. Let me see, what are the deets on this? Hold please, let me refer to the notes. Okay, technically this is called the Benefit Cosmetics Roller Lash Curling and Lifting Mascara. So there is no claim here around volumizing. It simply says that the brush grabs, separates, lifts, and curls, while the instant curve setting formula holds for 12 hours. 12 hours. I am going to look so good later. Up next is really sort of what I'm thinking is kind of the star of today's show, which is this Benefit POREfessional Blurring and Smoothing Foundation with niacinamide. This foundation has 40 inclusive shades. That is quite a shade range. I got 2 in Fair Neutral. Here is what that looks like. This is described as a smoothing, blurring, non-comedogenic foundation with medium, weightless coverage with niacinamide that improves the look of your pores and skin over time. The buildable, fade-proof coverage feels comfortable on skin all day. So I've seen other people talk about, okay, medium and weightless, like, and is this an odd release for summertime when it is hotter than blue blazes outside? I don't know. Today I'm going to find out because I'm going to be out running errands in this terribly humid weather. They make a point in the instructions of saying to shake well. Oh God, and I'm an overachiever, so when someone says shake well, I'm like, okay. And they also say that their favorite application method is a sponge, a dampened beauty blender, but my favorite beauty blender is my hands, and so that is what I'm going to use. I am going to apply just to one side of my face first so that we can take a look at how that compares with just my bare skin. Let's see if I can spill something or break something or... All right. So that is what that looks like there. Hair out of the way. Okay, a little bit goes a long way. So it is fairly thin. I mean that in a good way. In terms of the whole like weightless thing. All right, so here we have one very, very thin layer. So Shannon's Natural Skin and Benefit POREfessional. What do you guys think of this shade on me? I am going to go ahead and apply this to the other side of my face, and then I'm going to take a look at overall how well I think it's doing in terms of pores and whatnot. Trying to help it melt into the skin a bit. Okay, here's a full face of that there stuff. I mean, I think it looks good. You know what? Let's throw some concealer on. Sometimes it's hard to tell because I've got a line here, a demarcation point, and I've got a fuzz, so you know that throws everything off. I am gonna use this mini hourglass concealer that I've been sort of testing out. This is in Birch, which is a very, very light shade. Not a new product, but sometimes the old formulas are better. Hence my decision to try out some of the things you're seeing in this video. I do feel like it's looking a little like cakey, creasy, porey down in this area. For anyone who doesn't know, I am 52. So, you know, I'm potentially going to have just more visible pores, more wrinkles, more texture, because I'm just working with what God gave me here. I've never had any procedures or anything like that. I do invest heavily in skincare and have been using my Omnilux mask. I will tell you that I've been testing a couple of different retinol products, and I am going back to the retinol I was using previously from Skin Rocks, which is Carolyn Hiron's brand, because I feel like I can now tell a difference in my skin that it does not look as good. Before I get on to, oh God, I mean, come on, this is actually the star of the show. I mean, come on guys, it's a blush, but I got this other little baggie of goodies. So let's see what's in here if I can get past the Clarins lip oil that I got all over the place. So this was one of those like, spend this much and you'll get a bag of goodies. Okay, what do we have? Glasses. Okay, we have a Penra shampoo. Never heard of it. We have a Joico Defy Damage Protective Mask. This is for bond strength and color longevity. We have a Peach and Lily Copper Peptide Pro Firming Serum. Let's see, what's this guy? Oh, is this a Rim Beauty? I've never tried anything by Rim Beauty, but I've wanted to. What is it? Where's the front of your package? What's happening? Ah, okay, this is the box. Where's the front? Is that the front? Where is it telling me what it is? I don't know. Okay. Guys, look how cute it is. It's so cute. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. This says full night's sleep, energizing under eye balm. Okay. I'll have to read up on this because I'm not sure what the heck I'm supposed to do with that. Oh, we have a Precisely My Brow Wax. You know what? Let's throw some of that on. It's going to be so T90. Look at it. You guys, look how little that little spoolie is. Oh my God. Okay. I am like reliving my childhood in the Barbie dream house. Okay. I had the Barbie dream house. I had the Barbie bus. Man, Ken and Barbie, they had fun in that bus. Let me tell you. And what else do we have here? Hold on. Let's throw some boxes. We got too much stuff. Okay. We have a fragrance. Cosmic Kylie Jenner. I'm not spraying this on myself because you know I'm gonna put on some Fleur later, but okay, hold on now. I kind of like that. Cosmic Kylie Jenner 2.0. It smells good. There, done. We have the Complexion Rescue Bronzer from Bare Minerals. Oh, look, the little thing comes open like this. Why is this? I'm so easily entertained. You're gonna be like, we can't watch her anymore. She is too easily impressed. So it's just a little tube of this little bronzer. I'm gonna have to try that, guys. Hold on, we'll put this back in because we're gonna try this another time. Oh, okay. We got this little Tarte blush here. This is the, I can't read you, but I do know that this is one of those little blushes from Tarte. We're gonna put that aside too because we'll save that for another video. Is that all the junk? That's all the junk, right? I think I got all the junk done. Okay. Now we return to our regular scheduled programming where we are taking another look at the foundation. Have not set it. I can see every wrinkle and bit of creasing underneath my eyes. That's the concealer. Not liking the way this looks right now. I gotta be honest. I will continue to test it, and we're not done yet. We're not done. I'm gonna get my glasses back on, okay? Okay, so now we are going to talk about this, and not this Clarins lip oil. Ilia Soft Focus Blurring Blush Talc Free. This is available in 8 shades. I have been itching to buy this because I have purchased a lot of new blush. I was going to say recently, but just period. You guys, I really went for it on the color here because I was like, well, if I'm going to get another blush, then I need to buy a shade that I don't already have in my collection. So I went a little bold here, and this is the color Sensation. Okay, that does not look as dark or bright as I had anticipated. So this is described as a berry rose. It is very, very soft to the touch as I just rub my finger in there. I mean, that is okay. Now that I see it on my finger, yes, that's a bright color and I should be careful. But yeah, so that is Sensation. So this is described as a talc-free, non-comedogenic blush that blurs and smooths with buildable featherweight color. Right now I am looking porific, which is the official term for when you look horrific because you can see all your pores. So I'm going to apply some of my OG setting powder. This is the Prism Lead Loose Setting Powder. And yes, it is working like magic, but I mean, there's no denying it's heavier now. Like the whole look is heavier now. Now that we have powder on, which does look heavier, does look more powdery. And guys, I'm inclined to not use a setting spray today because I really need to see how these products wear without anything sort of locking it in. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the blush. So again, this is the Ilia blush. And this is not one of my blush brushes that I'm really accustomed to using. They're all, I mean, dirty is a relative term. They have other blushes on them, okay? And I don't want to, you know, mess up this experiment. So there's all the blush that I just picked up on my brush, and I'm gonna wipe that off on the back of my hand a little bit, sort of prime the brush. Start working that in. And I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing because if you watch me, you know that like almost every blush I put on my face, I'm like, oh, I love it. It's amazing. I never met a blush I didn't like. It's really not true. One day I'll have to do like a video of like blushes I hate, and I will dig through my drawers. I will find them. I am going to purposely buy blushes that I think I might hate just so I can do a blushes I hate video. Let's do it over here. Okay, I'm going to tap off, but I'm not going to prime the brush. Let's just see what happens. I think that's okay. I'm using obviously a very, very light hand. Yeah, it is a little bit heavier over here. A bit. But I really love this color, you guys. Wow. It's hard to stop putting it on. But I'm going to because I think maybe that's a lot of blush. Just want to kind of tone this down a little bit. Work around the edges a little. Gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous, okay? And now we can see that the Charlotte Tilbury lip oil is pretty much all gone. So we are going to throw some lipstick on. I am just going to use this Phantom Balm Gloss Stick from Hourglass, which is really, really beautiful. They recently came out with some new shades. This is not one of the new shades, but if you want something that is super shiny and beautiful and feels good on the lips, this is it. And I think that this even has a plumping quality, but there's no tingle. It just feels a little bit cooling on the lips. Let's do final thoughts while I sort of comb through my hair. Okay, starting off with, let's see, where did we begin? Oh, we began with the Charlotte Tilbury, of course. I think that that product is a lip oil. I do not think it's a lip balm, even though it is in what I think of as lip balm packaging. Okay, so that's number one. I think it looked lovely on the lips, so I'm happy with the way that it looked. I liked the color. I do feel like it had a weird taste to it. If you have it, let me know. Do you feel like it has like a weird scent or taste to it, or am I just like hypersensitive today? I mean, I tried the Heartlit mini palettes. I think this is a really pretty look. Not up to par with, you know, some of the eyeshadow palettes and the brands that I typically wear. But if you are looking for a more budget-friendly option for eyeshadow and you want something that would be good for travel or throwing in your purse, I think that could be a really good option. The roller lash, I feel like looks really pretty for just sort of a lengthening mascara. The next time I try it, I will have to try it without curling my lashes to see if it actually curls lashes, because I have no idea. No idea. The foundation. First impression is that I don't like it. I'm looking in a very close-up mirror over here, and I feel like old and haggard looking. Not real happy with that. So that really, I think, just leaves the blush, which, I mean, I think it's gorgeous. I am really, really glad that I did not pick one of the shades that I was originally like comfortable with. I mean, you know, something that was a little lighter, you know, a little more sort of nude, because I really think this color is gorgeous. So, and I love the feel of it, and I do think that it's blurring. So that's a plus, especially with this foundation. So yeah, that is today's look. I am going to put some hair oil in to sort of calm this down and make this look a little bit smoother. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and that if you were thinking about picking up any of these products, that this helps you make a decision. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not subscribed, because I have that eyeshadow palette roast video coming. It's a ranking, but there's going to be some roasting, and I would love to have you along to watch that. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.